Hey everybody, Jeff Miller here, head of GMAT instruction with Target Test Prep. In today's video, I'm excited to talk about GMAT focused resources, what to think about, how to select them. So we're going to talk about some questions that people have when selecting their GMAT focused resources. First question that I get a lot, are the GMAT official guides enough? Well, the short answer is, for most people, no. Are they good books to study from and to practice with, most importantly? They are, but I wouldn't say that's what's going to get you from A to Z in your studying. And here's why. The GMAT Official Guide, it's basically a book with random questions from all topics. It's great. They are official questions. They are made by the test makers, but the thing is, they're just random. They're not providing much instruction in those books. You're just getting a random array of questions. So how we suggest using those from TTP students, we say, look, if you're done with TTP, you want extra practice in quant, in verbal, in DI, yes, go ahead, grab the official guide, set your timer, do random problem sets, because that's going to mimic what you're going to see on a practice or real GMAT, and then you can get some effective juice from those questions. You can see where you're still struggling, where you may need to improve, and it'll help build your skills towards what we call the practice test phase of our study plan, and then into test day. Question number 2, can I just learn how to study for GMAT focus by taking practice tests? The short answer to that is no, you cannot. At least very few people can. That's because practice exams, first of all, are very limited. There's only a limited number of practice exams made by GMAT. Even though you can repeat most of them, they're still limited in nature, and there's not a lot of data in them. The thing with practice tests is you need to wait, you need to take them at the end of your prep, maybe one at the beginning to get a baseline score, but certainly that's not going to be your study regimen, just taking practice exams. It's something that's going to help you gear up for test day after you've learned all that's tested on GMAT Focus. Question number 3, can I study with free resources? Well, yes, you can, but is that going to be sufficient to get prepared for the GMAT? Probably not. The free resources out there, there are some. Heck, we have a super thorough blog with extra free resources on it, and these videos are free. But are they enough to truly learn what you need for quant, verbal, DI, for GMAT focus? Probably not. Anything that's robust and thorough is going to be paid. Not everything is super expensive. You can find stuff out there that fits your budget, but remember, trying to hop from free resource to free resource is probably a losing move. And the thing is, you don't have unlimited time to study for the GMAT. So if you waste 3, 4, 5 months doing it and realize then you need to buy something, well, that's 3, 4, 5 months wasted. So I would avoid that strategy. Question number 4, where can I actually learn about all these different prep materials? I agree. I talk to students every day, and starting to study for GMAT focus is a super taxing time in your life. It takes a lot out of you. It's overwhelming. So how can you figure out what's out there and what to use? Well, go to some of the forums. Check out Reddit. Check out the GMAT subreddit. Go to GMAT Club. There's tons of people who post their success stories in the Share Your GMAT Experience section. There are verified reviews of GMAT courses in GMAT Club as well. Read what people have had to say. If you like some of these courses, you think they could be good for you, sign up for some trials. Most are low cost. Most are free. At TTP, we have a full access trial for 5 days so you can see our entire course and get a feel for it. After that 5 days, most students know if they want to sign up for the course. That's what you have to do. So you need to solicit opinions of people out there who have taken the GMAT. And it may even be people close to you. Talk to them, colleagues, coworkers, friends. And then, of course, people on Reddit and GMAT Club. Find what might work well for you, try it out, and then make a decision. Probably the biggest one I want to answer in this video is, what should I look for in a course? And let's just talk about self-study courses, because a lot of people do self-study. There are characteristics that you want to look out for when analyzing these different courses. Okay, so what are those characteristics? Well, for starters, you want a roadmap. You want a study plan. I preach this constantly. If you've watched any of my past videos, you've definitely seen me talk about this because it's so important. If you don't have a study plan, if you don't have a roadmap, you are going to be so overwhelmed and so disorganized with your prep, and you're going to maybe feel like quitting. So find a study plan. How is the TTP study plan laid out? Very simple. It's topical by nature. We have you master one topic at a time. We have you practice that topic and rinse and repeat. Filtered into all of that is mixed practice. We have error log review, which we'll talk about in a second, and things of that nature. So you're getting bits and pieces, you're learning everything topically, but then practicing bits and pieces later on. And then that leads you up to when you do practice tests, which I already said, you do those at the end of your prep. That's huge. Other things, detailed analytics. You need to know where you stand. You need to see, hey, I just completed 150 quadratic equation questions. How good am I in those subtopics? Do I stink at difference of squares, or am I great? Am I doing poorly with combination method of adding and subtracting equations? Am I struggling with factor by grouping? This is the data you need to make data-driven decisions of whether to move on from a topic or dig in and work on your weak areas. Also, does your course come with an error log? Are you able to document your errors and the reason why you're coming up with those errors? If not, then that might be a red flag of the course you're using. You need to know why you're getting questions wrong. Are you misreading them? Are you rushing? Are you making careless mistakes? Is it just a content issue? All of these things are important because the more data you have, the more you can see if you're well prepared. And again, we talked about this before. Sign up for trials, see if these courses offer this, and then make the best decision you possibly can. So to recap, if you're looking at purchasing GMAT-focused materials, for starters, do your research, go on GMAT Club, go on Reddit, talk to people who have been dealing with GMAT Focus now, who have taken the test. And even if you talk to people who have taken the GMAT prior to the focus starting, they still will have good insights because they'll know what worked well for them then, and that stuff should work well for them now. And then after that, sign up for trials, look for things in those trials like study plans and analytics and error logs. And if you find that and a course suits you well, you'll be in a position to get the best possible materials you can, which will put you in the best possible place to succeed on test day. So that's a wrap on today's video. I really enjoyed talking about how to select your GMAT focused prep materials. Hopefully you found this helpful. If you did, subscribe to our channel. More videos will be coming. Leave questions in the comments. And of course, if there are any other videos you want to see from myself, I'd be happy to do them. Leave a comment as well. Thanks for watching. Study hard, and we will talk soon.